doing this weird thing right now. We went to the lake yesterday and my hair was really wet. We just all went to bed really early and so I just put them in braids. This is the result. I really need to take a shower and wash my hair. Welcome to the vlog. I have not vlogged. Oh. This is my third time trying to film this clip because I was having memory card issues. I had to troubleshoot a little bit. As I was saying, I obviously haven't filmed in a very long time or vlogged in a very long time. I thought just give it a go, take you into a week of my life and just share it with you, I guess. Today is Monday. It feels like a Monday for sure. The boys are currently out meeting up with a friend of theirs, or of Misha's. They'll be back at some point this morning, I'm assuming. So in the meantime, I'm just gonna take a shower and then maybe just pick up around the house a little bit. It's just become a jungle, I guess. Fighting for your life every day in here. Yeah, and then once the boys do get back, we might do something as a family. This will definitely be very interesting to see how much I can film without showing baby boy, but still wanting to share what life is like right now. Also just for me to look back on, I guess. So let's get ready.
Right. If you really dig into it, those radio and...
I think I have to cut my bangs again. They're like in my eyes, and this looks like coconut head. I don't normally wear my hair down because maybe like a month and a half ago, I had a lapse of sanity and decided to cut my own hair. And I've always wanted the like really cool shag cut, but my hair's really straight. And I've never cut my hair before other than like trimming bangs. I decided to take it on. I watched a YouTube tutorial and I was like, I can do that. Obviously I can't, because when my hair is down, I mean, it just looks really flat. I don't have the volume in my hair to make it work. Oh, my bangs. The problem is it's uneven, first of all. This side is shorter than this one, and these long pieces, if I just like throw my hair back and then move forward, this is what we're working with. It just looks so bad. And it's summer too, so I usually just throw my hair up because I don't like sweating on my neck. I hate it. Yeah, I have to put it up. I can't. Okay. What do we think? That's better, huh? I figured I would just sit down and tell you a little about what I've been reading recently before I get started on chores. First up, my physical copy of Maybe You Should Talk to Someone by Lori Gottlieb. So this is kind of like a memoir, autobiography, personal experience, nonfiction of Lori Gottlieb, who is a therapist, her experience working with a handful of different patients, as well as her own experience going to therapy, and just talking about how therapy works and her own experiences with all of that. I think it's really interesting so far. I've only got like under 100 pages left, and that's my favorite part of a book, is when there's under 100 pages left. I love finishing books. I know a lot of people, especially when they really like a book, they don't want to finish a book because it's just so good, you don't want it to end. I've never had that feeling. I love finishing a book. It's so exciting to finish a book. It feels satisfying, and there's also that excitement of being able to start a new book. So this is my favorite time of like, I'm almost done, we can fly through it. It's great. This has taken me a while to read though. I'm definitely not as quick with reading anymore as I was for most of the year, just because baby's getting older, is awake most of the time, needs my attention most of the time, and really the only times that I can read now are when I'm in a bus or an hour or two when baby's already put to sleep and I'm just like chilling in bed reading. But I do really like this book. It's been fun seeing the background of how therapy works and learning more about therapy, especially from my own experience of therapies that I've experienced in my own life, just kind of hearing more about the history side of it, I guess, or just different aspects. And the other book I'm currently reading is Our Wives Under the Sea by Julie Armfield, and this is my ebook book that I'm currently reading. I like to have a physical copy as well as an ebook. The ebooks I usually tend to read while nursing, during the night, or in the bus, on the go, because it's easier with baby to not need both hands for a physical book, and I can just easily put my phone away easier than it is to put a book away. And Our Wives Under the Sea is a interesting book. I'm not really sure how to describe it. It's fiction, and it's about two women who are married, and one is like, I don't know what her official title is, but she works underwater. She does submarine dives for research and exploration, and one dive, something goes off. We are seeing the two perspectives of Miri, the wife who stays on land, and Leah, the wife who goes underwater. And Miri's perspective is in present day time, and Leah's perspective is what happened on the submarine. So we're jumping back and forth, and things are getting weird. And in Miri's perspective, Leah comes back different, weird, a different Leah, not the same Leah, and things are just off about Leah. To be honest, I'm currently 72% of the way through this book, and I feel like we're just now starting to find out what's happening. I felt like I kind of had to force myself through the first 70% of this book because it just kind of drags for me. A lot of people say that's beautiful writing, and I guess yeah, the writing is beautiful, although I do have to be honest and say I'm not typically a person that focuses on how writing is written. I guess words on a page just seem the same to me. I don't know, but I'm kind of bored by this book, and because I am 72% of the way and under 100 pages, I want to finish it. And maybe I can finish both of these books today, but that's a big leap. I don't know. Depends on what I get up to today. I would like to finish them both really soon so I can get started on new books. Okay, let's go do something around here. Phew, what a day. I just got out of a cold shower, which felt delectable. I feel like being a mom in summer, you just sweat 1,000 times more just because you're so much more active, having to hold baby. It's just physically more strenuous than not being a mom. I'm basically just gonna get something to eat and then get into bed and read because baby boy's already down, and yeah, just end the evening on a good note. I'll currently be sleeping in the guest room because this is what our bed currently looks like. Our bed, this frame right here, this framing, Misha built all by himself, and we've had this like low bed for a while now, but it squeaks sometimes. When you have a sleeping baby who can sometimes be very sensitive to noises, it's very annoying when every time you move, or at least on my side of the bed, it would like squeak. And so he's like redoing bits of the bed, putting new screws in or whatever so that it won't squeak. So I'm very thankful, but he was unable to finish before bedtime. So that's why me and baby are in the guest room tonight, and Misha will finish this up probably tonight, if not then tomorrow. Oh, it's so warm. I'm already sweating again after getting out of the shower. I'll see you in the morning. Good morning. Baby and I didn't sleep well last night. I feel like I only got like in total 3 hours sleep, maybe. And what's really frustrating for me right now is that I have a really hard time falling back asleep. No matter how tired I am, my brain will not let me sleep. This has been an issue for me for a while, a couple of years now, but it feels like it's getting worse. Some nights are fine, but then some nights are just like, and last night was one of those nights. Hello. So last night I finished Our Wives Under the Sea, 2 stars. I'm sorry, I didn't like it. It just There was nothing to it. I felt like there was really no plot. It only got interesting towards the end, but even then nothing was answered, which some people like, with like the ambiguous ending of you get to decide, you can think about what maybe happened. And I like answers. I like the creativity that answers bring. I don't want to be creative. I don't want to think up an ending. And we have moved on to our second ebook, which is none other than Colleen Hoover's It Ends With Us. And I heard that Colleen Hoover's books are just Wattpad fanfics. I don't know. And that's not my style. I like good writing, not cheesy, cringy. A lot of people criticize Colleen Hoover's books for being problematic, but I just watched Allison Paige's vlog on her reading of It Ends With Us. And something that I appreciated that what she said about it was, even in real life, people are problematic. Life is just problematic. I guess you just kind of have to face it head on. So we'll see. I haven't started it yet, but I'll keep you updated. Otherwise, today, Misha's at work all day, so it's just me and baby boy. We're gonna see what we get up to. It's gonna be another warm day today, which I'm not looking forward to because it just means another sweaty day. Might go outside. Gotta go to the grocery store, pick up a few things, and then come back, cook something. I don't know. I want to lay low today because if tonight goes as bad as last night did, then I'm gonna be hurting. Hello. We got out of the house a bit today. Getting out of the house is usually what helps me when we have long days by ourselves. It just helps the time go a bit quicker, especially when I'm just kind of drained. Time can move really slowly sometimes, but also really fast with a baby. We just got out, went into the city a little bit. I got a couple of things, and then we came home, sat in a park. I read a little bit. Oh, it was nice. Now I'm just currently making my comfort meal, which is potatoes with butter and feta cheese. It's purely just a comfort meal, and I'm really excited to be making it. I love potatoes, and I don't eat them very often because they're a pain to cook. Just take forever.
This is my meal. I call this girl dinner. Girl dinner. Girl dinner. Girl dinner. Oh, girl dinner.
The night started off rough, but it got easier. I finished Maybe You Should Talk to Someone last night, and I really, really enjoyed that book. I don't annotate books, but I think if I should have or would have, it would have been this one. There's some books where I don't feel the need to reread them, except for Harry Potter. I feel like this, especially for nonfiction, is a book I will probably reread in the future, and then I will annotate it because there's a lot of really good nuggets in there that I really liked. And that I'll be taking with me. One, for example, is the idea of I'm my own imprisoner. If I feel upset about a certain situation, if I feel like I want to just like stay in this anger, bitterness, or whatever towards something, that I can walk around the jail bars. They're only in front of me, but I can walk around the sides if I choose to. And I guess that just really made me think about how annoyed I am with certain situations, how I want to just choose to not be annoyed. I mean, that's easier said than done, I think, especially when a personality is probably set one way. If you have chosen to be annoyed by something for a very long time, it might be hard to just suddenly stop being annoyed with that. I think I just want to choose positivity more, I guess, is what I'm saying. Hello. Goodbye. When I ordered the book, I also ordered the workbook, but it's a toolkit for editing your story and changing your life. And I love therapy, so I love working on myself, even though it's hard as shit. I thought I might just work on this. It will probably, honestly, take me a very long time to get through this. Lots of writing stuff. And so what I think I'll do is just slowly work through this, maybe do like 1 prompt a day. That might be doable, I think. And since I finished my physical book yesterday, I'm moving on to my next physical book from my TBR shelf, and that is Blood in the Mist. If you don't know me, I like to go into books blind, meaning I don't know what they're about. A quote from someone who's read the book says, "A Shakespearean tragicomedy, a murder mystery, and a multifaceted allegory all in one, and a damn good story too." All the things I like. So I'm excited. So I'm very excited to give this a go. From just kind of flipping through, it looks like fairly short chapters, which is what I'm all about. Ooh, 264 pages. Love a book under 300. Misha is very generously making lunch for us. He's making delicious pizzas. Since we brought our baby home, Misha has really gotten to baking, and that has also included perfecting a pizza dough. And now we make really, really, really delicious pizzas at home. Well, Misha does. And he's making them for me now, and I'm so excited. But as I wait, I thought I would get started on Blood in the Mist and just see where we go. I'm also up to chapter 3 now on It Ends With Us, and surprisingly, the writing isn't terrible. I was expecting way worse, but I'm genuinely surprised and interested. There's some cheese to it, which is okay. I expect that from most romance novels, but it's not too bad. And I also just finished a couple of prompts in that workbook, and it feels like I'm back at therapy. Like, it's almost built supposed to be that way. Like, you're coming to a therapy session with a therapist to work on stuff, and it feels very familiar to me. So I'm nervous, but also excited to be back in that space. But it's also different because obviously I'm just working with myself, technically. We'll see how that goes. Good morning. I am feeling okay this morning. I'm not too excited about the day because it's still gonna be a warm one, but I got to sleep in a little bit this morning, which was nice. Misha got up with baby pretty early this morning, and when he does that, I'm able to sleep for a few hours. And because baby is waking up every 2 hours or less right now, I am tired. And so him getting up with baby allows me to sleep for like 3 hours. So I'm just getting ready because Misha has to go to work pretty soon, and I just wanna have some me time before I have to go into mom mode. I'm just gonna do light skincare because I don't have the energy to do full on skincare. I'm using Caudalie, this like beauty elixir from Caudalie, and I am a big fan of Caudalie products. One moment. As you can see, the majority of my products are from Caudalie. That is because about a year or two ago, I read a book written by the founder of Caudalie called like French Beauty Secrets or something like that. And I was really inspired by the way that she talked about skincare and the way that the French do it, and that they're really about simple, natural products, not doing a lot with your skincare, which is exactly what I want because I don't want to do a lot. And so I figured I'd try out a few products, and I had this Caudalie beauty elixir before, and it's just like a spray, like I don't know what it's supposed to do. It's like refreshing for the skin. It smells so good. I can't even describe it, but you can get it if you live in the US at like a local Sephora. That's where I first got it, or you can buy it online from Caudalie. And I figured I might try some more products from them, and literally every product that I have used from them, I've genuinely loved. They smell so good, and it's not that like synthetic smell. It just smells so natural and refreshing, which is exactly what I want from skincare. Oh, and I'm a big fan, but recently I haven't really been very good at implementing a full-on skincare routine. So some days I just don't do anything at all. Other days I try and use all of my products, but today I just want to use that beauty elixir because it just smells so good. But as you saw yesterday, I went to a secondhand bookstore, and it's very chaotic in there. There's tons of books, boxes full of books, and a lot of the books are just super old, and they had one shelf of English books. There really wasn't that great of a selection, unfortunately. A lot of them were just like really old. There was one Stephen King book that I almost got, but then I looked it up and it was like the 5th book in a series. I was like, I don't want to start with the 5th book. So I left it, but I did get 3 books. I got Holes by Louis Secker? I really don't know how to pronounce their name. And then I got 2 little kids books. I'm just gonna go do whatever I can with the little time that I have left before Misha has to leave. I'll see you in a bit. There's truly nothing better than making eye contact with your baby as they're falling asleep. Baby boy and I are gonna go on a walk and gonna head to our city office because we are flying to the States in October and baby needs a passport. And so I ordered him a passport a couple of weeks ago, and I got an email yesterday saying it's ready to pick up. So we're gonna head there now to pick it up. Let's go. I don't wear hats out very often, and I feel like when I do wear one, you can tell that I'm a beginner. Hello. So about today, I've had an earworm all day, and that is I'm Just Ken, and I haven't even seen the Barbie movie. I really want to see it though, but it's hard with the baby because he needs me still so much. Oh, I also wanted to share something that my boy has started doing that makes me so happy. just like makes me giggle. He has now started, when he gets excited, to go like this, like Wallace from Wallace and Gromit.
That's it, cheese. We'll go somewhere where there's cheese.
I love Wallace and Gromit, but I keep like a running list on my notes app of my favorite things of his he does at different ages, and that has just got on the list because it was so cute. Reading update. You guys, I really like It Ends With Us by Colleen Hoover. I find myself wanting to get back to reading it. I don't want to stop reading. I don't know what's in those pages, man, but somehow it's got me hooked. Lead in the Mist, by the way, is a fairly old classic fantasy, and apparently, I think if I'm remembering this correctly, it was written like 30 years before The Hobbit came out from J.R.R. Tolkien. She might be the queen of fantasy, I don't know. But I can definitely tell that it isn't modern writing because there's a lot of different vocabulary words that I don't know. I find myself struggling to read it. It's hard to stay focused. I feel like I can't understand a lot of what's happening. And I think that's my biggest issue with a lot of fantasy books is they just throw you into this new fantasy world and you kind of have to like try and keep your head above water to try and understand what's going on. And that's how I feel with this book. I don't understand what's happening. I find I reach the bottom of the page or even just like the end of a paragraph and I'm like, I don't know what I just read. I get the gist of a lot of it. It's interesting, but it's definitely aged, I would say. It's not as easy to understand as with other fantasy books that are written today, I would say. But it does kind of make me want to spice up my vocabulary, like learn new vocabulary words. Is there an app where you can learn new vocabulary words, like to just expand your vocabulary? I would really love to do that because I would like to know the words that I'm reading, and I don't like when I have to stop reading and Google every paragraph. So that's that. And I'm making more progress in the workbook, slowly but surely. Morning. Oh, good Lord. I still have my baby. I have not slept since 12:40, partially due to baby just waking up really often and not allowing me to sleep very well, but mostly due to needing to read It Ends With Us by Colleen Hoover. I don't think I have wanted to read a book that badly, probably since my Twilight days in, when was that, 2008? I was down bad. I'm now almost done. I'm currently at 86%, only like a handful more chapters left, 40 more pages. I think I should sleep now, but I don't know if I'll be able to fall asleep if I don't finish the book. What has this book done to me? I'm gonna need to think about this one. I'll talk to you later about it. Later in the day, morning, and I just want to do some light stretching because I've been having some back pain, shoulder and neck pain, and just needed to get some stretches out for the day because I do want to get some editing done for this video, and that requires sitting. So I did just kind of want to move my body a little bit before getting started on that. I did finish It Ends With Us. 5 stars. Blown away. Was not expecting to like it that much, but I did. I immediately borrowed the next book, It Starts With Us by Colleen Hoover. Oh man, It's kitschy, it's cheesy, but it's also real. It really reminds me a lot of my teenage self. Funny story, I also once, when I was 14, maybe 14, 15, I think I was 14, I also wrote Ellen DeGeneres a letter. I don't think I sent it though. I really hope to God I didn't, because basically what I wrote in that letter was that I was in love with Robert Pattinson in the hopes that she would be so inspired by my letter that she would want to fly me down to LA to be on her show, interview me, and then surprise me with a meet and greet with Robert Pattinson, and then Robert and I would fall in love with one another. I really tried to manipulate Ellen DeGeneres. The reason I'm saying this is because if you haven't read It Ends With Us, the main character, Lily, she writes journal entries almost as letters to Ellen DeGeneres, but she doesn't send them, it's just like a journal entry. And I just saw a lot of myself in the main character and the way that she portrays her feelings, how she's so quick with her feelings. I think I'm the same way in a lot of aspects. She does cry a lot, and I'm not that big of a crier, but other than that, I could definitely see myself in her shoes a lot. It had a better ending than what I was expecting it to. There was just a little bit more of redemption in it, which I feel like you don't really see a lot nowadays. Good book. I don't know if I've really ever showed you this room. Probably in old videos you've seen it, but this is currently our guest room slash baby room. It's kind of a mess right now because this is our old bed. I think I mentioned already in this video that Misha built us a new bed, and so we tore down our old bed, and our nightstands are right here, and these are like some drawers for underneath the bed, and somebody is coming by today to look at them and possibly buy it off of us. So that's very exciting. I really hope that they take it because that will clear out a lot of junk from this room. And this will kind of turn into a playroom for baby boy because we cut his clothes and stuff over here. We've got the pram as well as like books, but it's more of just like a storage room for his stuff right now. But I do want to be able to come in here and use it with him. And I want to hang up this mirror on the wall so that he can, when he's laying on the ground, he can see himself in the mirror. I'm gonna be really happy once this bed is hopefully taken out, and then we'll have more space. Really excited for this to turn into a playroom. Hello! This is editing Sarah because I didn't really end this vlog. It is now Saturday and I'm trying to finish up this video. I edited pretty much all day yesterday and this morning. So I'm trying to just finish up this week and get it out to you by Sunday. I just wanted to say thank you for joining me through this past week. Let me know if you have read any Colleen Hoover books, if you recommend any other ones. I know that there are a lot of Colleen Hoover books. Some are probably not as good. I think another one that I'm looking into is Verity. Let me know your thoughts. Or if you have read Lead in the Mist, because I'm kind of struggling right now. I will see you in the next video. Have a great weekend. Bye!